Stringer, Mississippi is home to an alpaca farm, and not just any alpaca farm, the largest in the entire state. And as you're about to see, one couple is spending their retirement tending to this different type of farm. Stringer has a population of about 2,500, but this story isn't just about the people. One section of town is home to 3 dozen fluffy and colorful creatures, and they don't show up in the census numbers. They're aloof, but also confident. They're skittish, but also curious. They're peculiar, but also majestic. So, just what are these things?
An alpaca is part of the camelid family. They're smaller than llamas, and they're solely for their fiber. Their fiber, back in ancient times, was the gold of the gods. The Incans dressed in it. It was worth more than gold.
More on that in a minute, but first let me tell you about Mary Ann. It was while living in New York that she and her husband Terry saw an alpaca ranch and became smitten with their downy discovery. Even though neither had ever farmed before, they decided to invest in a hirsute herd for themselves. They purchased their first alpacas in 2008. At the time, she worked for the post office and Terry was in waste management, or in Mary Ann's words,
so he cleaned up poop then and he cleans up poop now.
When their son moved south, the couple from Buffalo loaded up the alpacas and came along too. They now have 35 of the cushy creatures across 27 acres, making it the largest alpaca ranch in the state. For the first-time farmer, this type of livestock was a great choice.
It's really easy to raise them. They get 99% of their nutrition from grass and hay. They just love to graze. We have to feed them an alpaca pellet now just for the vitamins and minerals. But as long as they have shade, fans, fresh water, there's no timeline for them. It's a lot different kind of farming.
The low maintenance wasn't the only factor that went into choosing to raise this unique animal. Remember the fleece?
There's white and beige and 3 shades of fawn and silver gray and rose gray and brown and black.
Well, it's special too. And aside from the numerous colors, it's much different than wool. 3 times warmer and 10 times softer, according to Mary Ann.
One sheared alpaca would look like this. Let me open this and show you.
Amanda Middleton processes the fleece from the farm and can't stop fawning over the fashionable fiber.
The benefits of it, this is very warm. The fiber is hollow, so it keeps you warm. The other thing is it will keep moisture off of you. One positive thing I like, myself, I'm allergic to wool. I can wear alpaca and I don't have any issues with it. So it's what we call hypoallergenic. The other benefit from it is it's soft, it's cuddly, and it's a bit of heaven.
The animals are sheared once a year. Professionals can do the cutting in about 5 minutes, but taking it from the farm to your closet is a lengthier process.
There are different steps. First we do the shearing, then we tumble it, then we sort it, card it, spin it, and then we have to wash it, let it dry. And actually what we do is once that's done and it's dry, we will take this and hit it against a table. And it's called thwacking, which makes the fiber bloom, and it makes it a much lighter, fluffier yarn.
You can expect to get about 20 sets of hats and scarves from the average alpaca. Different types of fleece can also yield a different item.
The belly hair is guard hair, it's a coarse hair. We use that. The neck hair, which is shorter, we make sheets of felt out of it and we make insoles. And then the main part of the body from the back of the neck to the front of the butt is the prime blanket fiber. That's the nice, long, luxurious stuff.
Alpaca comes in 22 natural colors. From that, we can take the lighter, which is a cream, almost a white. We dye that to any color that we choose. With alpaca, we like to blend a little bit of something like silk or bamboo in it, which is a natural product also. It gives it more texture and it sort of helps it hold its shape. And you can also add add-ins. We have a lot of people that like to put glitz and glitter in it also. There are so many different varieties of colors and so many just the kaleidoscope and rainbow of colors that we're able to do here.
The clothing produced is sold next door at the Stroke of Genius Alpaca store. It's the fiber's versatility, comfort, and style that has Mary Ann's customers coming back for more.
It doesn't itch like wool. That was the main thing. I asked that question first because I can't wear wool. I just think they're a neat animal where they're, where they live up in the mountains. I think that's where they live, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
The store also offers toys, home decor, and even classes on processing alpaca fiber yourself.
We teach knitting classes, crochet classes, weaving classes, any way to make fabric or clothing, we can teach you how to do.
For prospective alpaca ranchers, Mary Ann says with the proper planning, this different way of farming may suit your needs.
Buying alpacas comes with mentorship also. We start with fencing and we go into medical and we hook you up with our shearers, and that's what you're getting when you buy alpacas. You don't have to be on a schedule. When we lived in New York, my husband and I worked full-time and we did it part-time. They didn't care that we went to work all day. As long as they had grass or hay, they were happy. So it doesn't really require a lot of time. It doesn't require a lot of knowledge. It's a lot more fun to have a couple of fuzzy animals in your backyard cutting the grass.
And Leighton, a few more interesting things Mary Ann told me that we didn't quite have time for. She says, people always ask, are alpacas friendly? Like, what are they like? She says they're a lot like cats, very curious, and if you have food, they love you. And also, I mentioned they moved from Buffalo. The way they had to transport the alpacas, especially designed vehicle, complete with airbags. They had to do two different trips. The first one took 18 hours. The second one took over 20 hours to bring all those alpacas down.
Right, but first class treatment. Well,
yeah.
Unbelievable. And we've got their website as well. And again, it's a Stroke of Genius Alpacas. So remember that. You can schedule a farm tour, even plan a visit to their store. And you did that too.
I did it real quick. I even bought some socks. I had to buy some socks. Bought a pair for me. Bought a pair for my wife. Had to rip them off her feet because she's been wearing them ever since I did this story. So
bet.
hopefully she won't get too upset with me that I
Yeah,
took
they
them.
feel great.